Welcome back to the Content Complete Podcast, featuring myself, Spencer, and my co-host Matt with the NFL Gaming TV, and coming to us through the Hadron Collider, it's Fistcake. We just got the technology to kind of barely make out his shape, but the rest of his surroundings are unknown to us. But hey, at least he's here. We're ready to go. All right, and do the podcast. How's it going, Fistcake?
Isn't it the hydrogen?
It's the Large Hadron Collider.
Hydron?
Hadron.
Yeah, I don't fucking
HADRON.
know, dude. I'm not a Scientologist.
Yeah, so anyways, I blur my background so you wouldn't see my cum sock, so it's fine. That's just that's the only reason. What's going on?
It's
Welcome to
one
the
of those-
podcast. This
we're
video
just
is not for
doing it
kids.
I got on to Spencer last week about a similar thing. I can't wait till season 2.
Yeah, it'll be
It's gonna
different.
be exactly the same with new graphics.
And
It's
like,
gonna be great.
you know, in season 2.
Yeah, it'll have season 2.
Yeah, S2. It's gonna look sweet.
S2 Brutus.
What?
All right, well, Fistcake. Well, first I should say we're going to start with what we played this week, and then we're going to go into Death Stranding. So we'll be doing an entire, like everything after what we play this week is going to be spoilers for Death Stranding. We're just going to go way into it. We're not going to hold anything back. It's going to be great. But first, Fistcake, why don't you start us off? What'd you play this week and last week?
Well, I played some games throughout the weeks. Been dabbling into fighting games, so I've played through MK11, the story mode, and I forgot the story. Listen, it's no Death Stranding, okay? We'll just get that out of the way. What I do enjoy about what they do for story mode is like how they make you play different characters, so you kind of get a feel for the majority of the cast.
Yeah.
The story is dumb, though. I don't know if you know the story of
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Basically watch Northline play it all.
Okay, well, for people who haven't seen it or don't know, basically the timelines are converging because the evil Time Lord Chronica is like, Raiden, you fucked with my plans for the last time. I'm going to erase future you, but send in past you and past versions of other heroes and stuff, and this should work out just fine or something. I don't know.
It'll figure itself
And
out.
pretty much every single time you fight somebody from the past or the future, they'll either remark about the other version of that character, like, oh, well, future you is not a dick. Yeah, well, I'm not him. Fight. Oh, but past you is a lot better than this. Why are you like this? Well, I'm not him. Fight. That's literally 90% of the fights in the game.
Nice.
Well, how'd you
And,
feel when they killed off Kodokan?
Oh my God, spoilers.
It's like the first 40 minutes.
Kodokan?
Kodokan.
Shotokan.
It's not Shotokan. That's not even. What the
Ron-Con.
fuck?
2019. Get your tickets for Shotokan.
I don't remember his name. Is it Kodokan?
It's Kodokan. Kota Con.
Kodokan?
Kodokan. Oh, it has a L. You're right.
Kodokan.
Kodokan. Yeah.
But they don't kill him either. He just gets paralyzed.
Well, whatever, dude. It's like the same. He's not
It's
Khan
he's
anymore.
basically
now it's
dead.
Katana Khan.
Well, yeah, it is now Katana Con.
Oh my God. Just a whole like hotel lobby full of Mauler ninjas.
Big joke, bro.
Dude, it took so much out of me to get that out, dude. I just had to hold it
You should
together.
have just kept it in. Anyways.
Should have built the meter. But it was okay. Like every fight was fairly easy, but it was like nice to kind of like learn what people can do and whatnot. But then you get to like the final boss, which is Chronica, and then suddenly she has like all this bullshit going on.
The T-Rex.
T-Rex. I mean, the T-Rex is not even like the part that got me all fucked up. It was like her sending out like 13 different orbs that do like different attacks and whatnot. I'm like, what happened? And it doesn't tell you like so like the first time you lose her, like you lose round 1, it changes the fighting area, and then you lose round 2, and then it's still like a full ass cutscene. I'm like, oh, was I supposed to lose? Okay, cool. Maybe it'll get easier now. No,
Bad
she
ending.
cuts off your fucking head and you die. I'm like, even until like his head was rolling around, like, Is there more? Is there like another god? No. Oh, no. I just have, oh, okay. I have to do that all over again. And, yeah. Load times are not great for that because they like to put in a bunch of cutscenes, but that's fine. It took me like 12 times or so.
Just get better, dude.
I was like,
Yeah, get good.
pretty much. Just get good. Okay, I did. Well, not really. I just kind of cheesed her. It was like, low kick, high kick, block, 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 punch, punch, block, 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 block. Just do that forever.
It just sounds like you fought her. I don't understand. For the cheeses, I mean, yeah.
Well, I didn't do any. You can't do combos or anything on her because she has like time armor, I guess is what it's called. I don't know.
Well, then what are you
like-
supposed to do? Dude, I'm on your side. I don't think you cheesed it. You need to believe in yourself. You did what you had to do within the limitations. All right. You were unable to combo.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was just saying. I mean, basically, a normal layman's term, I just had a cheeser. I couldn't do anything cool.
Yeah, it does suck though.
Yeah. I will say that like the only down part or downside of that is like I figured like after you beat the game, you like unlock new skins for people and whatnot. No, like half the cast is still zombie versions of themselves, and I don't want to play a zombie version of them because they're too edgy for me. Like fucking Kun Lao. Well, Kun Lao has like a normal like his hat's like a normal top, not top hat, but it's like a round hat that has a blade on it. But Revenant version has like extra blades on it for extra edginess. It's so
He's
sick,
literally
dude.
got extra edges. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Then like Liu Kang has like glowing skin and stuff. It's just like okay.
You should get that
But
looked at,
you
Liu Kang.
unlock for some reason. I don't know why. You unlock stuff through the Towers of Time, which I don't know if I want to fuck with all that, unless I just want to use that as an excuse to do that and learn other characters. But we'll go from there. So MK11, I'm feeling pretty about it. I like the graphics are good, like are very good, and like the impact of the fights and like the punches and shit is pretty cool. It's just like everything else about it is making me like I don't really.
I think you got to be really into
into
like Mortal Kombat to really buy
Lore.
into
Yeah.
the whole thing.
I mean, like it's not even like the story or anything that really doesn't do it for me. It's just like the whole, I guess, package. I don't know. I'll play some more because I mean I bought it.
He's like, okay, guys, you did it. I hate the game.
You nailed it, guys. I hate it. I'm out of here. Now I'm gonna dabble some more into it. I'm gonna play the other characters I haven't had a chance to play. What else have I played? Samurai Showdown. That's another fun little fighting game. It's very
Yeah.
very slow.
How's
not
it feel being a melee trader, you piece of shit?
A melee trader. Well, I haven't played melee for years.
Well, except for when you played with us, but okay.
Well, yeah, for years.
Well, no, I'm saying that the showdown, whatever, took the melee spot. And Evo. That was a callback, but no one got it, so never mind. Callback aborted.
God. Yeah.
Oh, it's there, dude.
Sorry. I forgot. Well, this is uncomfortable. I didn't mean to. Didn't mean
Just
to ruin the
go
day.
on with your Samurai Showdown story.
I don't care anymore. Just go. It's fun. I enjoy it. I thought it was gonna be not simpler. I just thought like because what the Samurai Showdown like trades in for like combo inputs because usually like everything's like either quarter circle something or half circle something. Nothing like too crazy. Nothing like two 720 circles, high kick, punch kick. You know all that shit. It was just pretty straightforward. But there's this one character that I've been dabbling in, which he's like that, poetic samurai. He's like, oh man, he starts and ends fights with haikus.
Oh, nice.
And he has like a tragic story. He's got the TB. So
He has
basically
tuberculosis?
Arthur. Yeah, that's like one of his traits.
One of his traits?
Yeah, because I was playing him, I saw him like he's like all crouched down and stuff, and then like occasionally go like, does he just have like a bad cough or something? I don't understand. Like, did somebody like puncture?
No,
his
he's
lung?
tortured.
Nah, no, he's just got the TB. And that's like his whole story is like he wanted to like fall in love with this one woman, but he doesn't want to be with her because he has TB and he doesn't want to die on her. And then all the way up from like Samurai 1 to like Samurai Showdown 64 2, he's like just fighting this, and then like it's like Samurai 64 2, he gets a cure for it, but he gives it to his new love, and he dies.
Wait, she also had TB?
No, it's a different woman now.
But he met like on like TB Connect or some shit. Like,
I think so. I think that's probably what happened. He's just like, oh, you cough blood too. That's pretty sweet. I do that too. That's nice. But in this, he just has like this new Samurai Showdown is like between 4 and 5, I think. I don't know. I kind of lost track of all the fucking shit.
Yeah, I thought you were joking. We said Samurai Showdown 64 too. Apparently not.
No, there's literally Samurai 64 2.
Jesus.
Yep. So yeah, he's kind of cool, but he has like this one thing where I've seen like pro players do where normally it's like a jumping attack, but people find out you can like do it during like a back dash or like a really quick thing. And I've probably tried that like 100 times or so. I've managed to successfully do it 2-3 times. Yeah, it's it'll be kind of interesting to play as him. And then there's there's him. There's this guy that has like fucking 7 swords. That's pretty cool. It's he's like got one big sword and like 6 additional swords, and like every time he cuts somebody, like it's like a different flower gets cut in half or something. It's very flashy. It's very crazy. It's Samurai Showdown, you know.
He puts in the extra effort and like orders from like 1-800 flowers and shit just before the match.
Yeah, that's what like he purposely like had like his third attack is to like throw a flower. No, that's a joke. But
I was ready to believe. I was like, anything's possible in this game.
Pretty much.
He's got some big tuxedo mask energy. I don't know. Didn't he do some shit with flowers?
He did do things with flowers, Matt.
Look at this. I can make references to shit I don't even know about. That's how talented I am.
Well, dude,
as a human.
There. Will we
100% human humans? Right here. What?
Would we not compare you to other humans?
Go on.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, stupid Samurai Showdown shit. No, he's just really fun to play as and kind of cool. There's a new DLC character that just came out named like Kazuma or something like that, which I pretty much like only played him because he has like the same first name as Kiryu. So okay, cool. Not the same person at all, but it has a similar name, so gotta do it.
This is as close to a Yakuza fighting game I'm gonna get.
Pretty much. I was hoping like maybe at some point it might be released for Tekken 7, but we'll see. He would fit right in there. Anyways, his whole thing is he has like firepower, like he's just angry and full of rage, and he just screams a lot. And he has like every time he screams, he has like a ball of fire that basically he can use to like shoot out or to like power up his attacks.
Oh my god!
So it's pretty fun. Like unlike if you do it incorrect, like if you try to power up the fireball thing, if you do it incorrectly, you just get like a brief, like you don't power up and you get like a brief thing where his torso explodes, but he doesn't actually die.
But he's fine.
Yeah, I think it's like a thing in like previous games where if you did it wrong, he like blows up or something, but I'm not for sure. I have to look further into it. I only wiki dive for like a solid like 5 minutes on each character. I didn't get in too deep. I wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't a solid 10 minutes or anything like that.
No, I wasn't ready for that kind of commitment quite yet. But he's a lot of fun. I enjoy him. Found out you can just cut people in half in the game.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
I didn't like notice that at all. But if you just do like a forward heavy attack, or some kind of like heavy attack that like slices, it just cuts them right in half. It's like, oh shit, which is kind of weird in how considering the story, like basically it's fighting game stuff. So like after every end screen, it's like, oh man, just train harder and you'll defeat me one day. after you like cut them in fucking half and they're dead and bleeding on the ground or something. It's
My immersion.
my
He
immersion.
can't be training because he's dead. I cut him in half.
You have to do some serious ab workouts to fix that one.
Just slowly ties himself back together. Oh god. But that was a lot of fun. I am enjoying that. Probably play some more of that. Been dabbling in Tekken 7, and I am terrible at it. I enjoy it, but I am terrible at it.
Didn't we all play Tekken 7
I want to say yes.
at your house? This cake? Pretty sure we did. We took turns.
Yeah, we took turns,
trying to
remember?
remember.
Because like we were trading in and out, and then like we were talking about like Matt was having a hard time at first, and then he like
And then I just, you know.
he got
I'm
his
sure.
wings.
Yeah, because we played a lot of games that day, so yeah, I'm pretty sure Tekken would have been.
Well, I mean, the masterpiece that is that one Souls-like game. I forget the name of it, but it's
Eponymous?
really,
Yeah.
it's honestly a crime that I forgot.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, and it's probably for the best.
I think it's like Animus or something. Yeah, but that's.
Oh
that's
my
the
god,
one I
that's what it
thinking of.
was.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, like off the top of my head. Like, what did we play that day? Oh yeah, Animus, that shitty Dark Souls game. But yeah, so Tekken 7. I got well, I didn't really get Adam into it. He basically messaged me on Facebook. He's like, "Hey, you know, I thought about playing Tekken 7." I'm like, "You should do it." He's like, "Okay." That was that easy. So
Nice.
we played one, like we played for like a good hour the other day, and at first, you know, I was kind of like kicking his butt, and he was like, "Oh man," because he's playing this the idol character because
Oh,
he
yeah.
enjoys her bouncing around, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
He's like, before we played, he's like, "Don't judge me. I just really like her attacks." Okay, I'm like, "Okay, that's
okay.
fine."
Yeah, her
And
attacks.
then my guy is like a fucking heel wrestler character, and he's like, "You're no match for me." And then his character is like, "Hi, I'm Lucky Chloe. Eh, Desu." It's just like, oh god. So first half hour or so, I was doing okay. I was kind of like beating him the majority of the time. And then like the last half hour or so, he discovered a combo with Lucky Chloe, and it just fucked my life up. I just can never like get out of it. I can never like figure out how to like stop it.
Oh, that's the worst.
I was just like, he just kept beating me again and again. I'm like, oh god, oh now this is what true pain feels like, to be juggled by an anime idol character. My god. Oh god.
You got to adapt.
Oh, is that? Yeah, you just gotta do better. Oh, okay.
No, I didn't say you had to do better. I said you had to adapt.
When enemy
Oh,
have
okay.
plan.
Adapt plan. Adapt new plan. Counter
Okay.
enemy. Not that hard, dude.
Not just-
I do dispenser
yeah.
whenever he decides to mix up shit. Isn't often, but I'm always a little excited. I get to try something new.
It's my birthday. Woohoo.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Look, he's
But,
trying.
Yeah.
Let me just download.
Oh, okay.
yeah, this fucking fiber internet over here.
Oh god. But other than that, I've been having decent times. Every time I try to play ranked online, I get demolished. So I think I need to learn more in the mechanics rather than all the moves my character has.
Yeah, that's always
He's
the
like-
biggest hurdle of trying to be like, I want to play this fighting game, and then you're like, I'm gonna go online, and you're like, I don't want to play this game ever again because it sucks and it's not fair. It's not a fair game.
Yeah. Yeah.
The game that I'm playing isn't the same game as other people are playing because I always lose and they always win. So it seems like there's something wrong with my end. Fuck this game.
You know, I was on for 3 hours, but I don't think I played a single minute. Weird. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but
What a
they just played the whole time, and I just kind of watched.
I was like in purgatory.
I kept getting juggled by a Negan character wearing like some weird anime bullshit for 3 hours straight. So terrible.
That was my day, honey.
That was yours. Who? What? What happened? Oh god. But yeah, I just need to look more into it. Somebody suggested like look up Eris or whatever. He commentated on the Evo, Tekken 7 stuff, and like he seems pretty cool in that. But then like watching his videos, like he has like a bunch of like how to play Tekken 7, and the first one I went to was, you can learn how to play Tekken 7 wrong. I'm like, oh okay, and this is like number 6 or 7 in his playlist. I'm like, I'll check this out first because that would make sense to me.
Start
And
here.
it's a 5-minute video, and he's playing against some guy online for like 3 or 4 minutes straight, just dunking on them. And it basically like his analysis at the very end is like, man, they just learned how to do a combo. They didn't learn any other part of Tekken 7. They didn't do anything else. They just learned their combos, and then they just decided to play online. And that was the entire, like, that was it. That was the only information. Everything else was like, oh god, he's still doing this. Oh man, like, well, if he still wants to fight me, I'll fight him, but I'm gonna dunk on him the entire time. And I was just like, okay, can we?
All right.
That's sick. But what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you
So how
doing
can-
to make it so you have fun and he has no fun?
right.
I want to learn that.
Can I join the fun club, please?
Yeah. Sir, can you explain anything that's going on besides, oh, you can learn incorrectly?
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
but how, like, what?
Yeah.
Sick
What-
statement.
What do I learn?
Yeah. What is that? What constitutes that?
Yeah,
I feel you.
God damn it. But in other videos, he's just mostly a jackass and just like he does teach like the Korean backdash, which I have to learn at some point. But I feel like that's step 3 or 4. I'm actually not for sure which step that is, but there was one other video where he was teaching. No, like the whole video is like you can't master. Like the title of the video is you can never master a character. And it's like another 5-minute video. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, maybe he'll explain why or like how you can get really good at a character or something of value. Now, somebody donates to his stream that says, hey, I've mastered this character and I'm not doing very well with her. Should I switch to another character? And he's like, man, you know, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm like, oh, well, here we go again. He's like, you can never master a character. The fact that you'd ask this question on the chat is seriously, it's seriously stupid, man. I don't know why you would ask this.
Thanks for the
Blah, blah,
donation,
blah.
by the way. Top right, also, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy
He's like,
sounds like a little bit elitist.
yeah, I don't know what his deal is. I don't know why he's, and like he says, like, man, I'm just being 100% real with you. I'm like, you,
Still an asshole.
yeah, is that? Yeah. I was about to say, just because you're being real doesn't mean you're not an asshole, or it doesn't mean like you can't do it.
Also,
like,
you're a
different
bad
way.
teacher.
Yeah,
That
like
too.
it really feels like he just finds a clip of him playing online or something like that, and he's like, oh yeah, I said this thing. I'm gonna name it this, so people thinks that it's a tutorial when actually I'm not gonna teach them shit, and people still watch it because I'm good
Yeah.
at the game.
I think that's probably exactly what happened. I'll watch like 3 or 4 more. That's it. I don't think. No,
After that, I'm done.
I'm done. You know what? I can only handle him dunking on new players so many times.
He's fist
No, I think
kicking
I'll
the
probably
title.
like-
This guy's name is Fist. Ha ha.
Yeah, that guy
That's
didn't learn
true.
any combos.
Title of the video: You can't fist your way to victory. In Tekken 7.
Oh shit.
What? Damn it! He got me.
That me?
Oh, I forgot to say the guy that he was making fun of in the how to learn Tekken incorrectly. The guy went on to the YouTube video and commented. He's like, "Dude, this is my very first fighting game. Like, this is the first game I bought. Like, I just installed it like last week. Please take it easy on me." And just people in comments like, "Oh, it's okay. Eris isn't that good anyways," or other various.
Yeah,
shit
if he was good, he wouldn't be a
Typical YouTube
commentator.
comments.
No, that's,
Oh,
that's
shit.
true. Yeah,
I'm just
mean-
being real.
yeah. If you
You
can,
know,
compete-
I'm just being a real. I'm just being real.
that's
That's
exactly
true.
what
You
happens
got
to
him.
players who are no longer at the level to compete. They commentate.
Yeah. True.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
God.
gotta have some use for him.
So, don't watch Eris's videos. As far as I can tell so far, I'm going to do further analysis with other people's videos and maybe find one that actually will help me in some way, shape, or form.
Oh my god.
besides how to do the Korean backdash in all of them.
Right. We should take this segment and make it its own video and be like, why you can't teach Tekken or like just like emulate his exact titles.
Why you can't teach Tekken 2?
As well. Oh god. But other than that, we played some more Payday 2, which it's been fun. We've been having some good times in Payday 2. Good
Yeah.
shenanigans.
Yeah, I can't wait
And we're
to.
excited for Halo Reach though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's crazy
Yeah.
because I feel like I just kind of like I got a new weapon in Payday 2, and I'm ready to go. And I'm like, well, I just bought this and set it up, and cool. I guess. All right. Well, we'll come back eventually, maybe.
I'm sure we
Someday,
will. It's a
you know.
fun game.
Yeah, it is a fun game though. So we won't abandon you, Payday. Don't worry.
I will say
Wait
that
till
last
Payday
mission
comes
did
out.
make me want to consider uninstalling.
Oh, yeah,
God.
the fucking
With the
one where you
engines.
throw yeah.
That shit was just.
Yeah.
It took
So,
so long. I was like, just
And we still don't know how to suss out the real one.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I think we'd have to ask Sig or whatever. And I appreciate Coulter taking the time to go make all the engines 1 through 10, but it was based on color.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time in the middle of shooting and stuff, I didn't have the time. I didn't have the energy or the time to like, oh, well, maybe don't. Okay, never. That's fine. We'll just.
I kind
do
of
one
figured
through.
that we needed all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like everything before that, every single mission we played before that was like, oh, you got to pack all the shit and shove it in like the van or the boat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This one is literally like, oh, you can pick. You know, we're just gonna keep driving by until you get the right one in here, and we're gonna take 10 minutes each time.
Incredibly
Yeah.
efficient.
Yeah. But it was just like, oh, okay. So that's fun. Yeah, I like to go back into it because it is kind of fun to keep like messing with like skills and like what you can do with your character and stuff.
Yeah, and like just general heist.
High shenanigans too. Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
let's do some crazy shit. But I am excited to kind of get down and dirty with the old Halo shit.
Oh, I can't wait, dude.
I also
I need
cannot
to-
wait. It'll be good.
Need to work on my compressor or something because I can't play Xbox Game Pass games with my PlayStation 4 controller for some weird reason. So
That's weird.
I had to figure out how to cancel out. You know,
What did you used to do before?
I had like set super low and like my face super close to the thing, I think, and also had like a compressor or noise gate or something. I just have to remember how to talk in a consistent tone of voice.
Well, with the
Just-
compressor, that definitely helps with the talking in a consistent voice. But yeah, I think in order to remove the keyboard sounds, you would need to have the mic basically in front of your face, and then just turn it down until you get to like a good point. But yeah, that's always like that's the problem to be solved. You're like, oh, I'll just compress it that way I don't need to talk too loud, and it's like, oh wait, compressed a little too much, and now the keyboard's super loud too. Sick.
Sweet, cool. No doubt.
Did you use a voice meter before to do the compressor, or?
No, I think Streamlabs has stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I usually just do that. I think I was using voice meter for a while, so I can kind of like. Oh, it's because I was doing parsec stuff with directionally challenged, and I had to fucking figure that all out.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
God.
God.
I did get it to work, which that's like once in a lifetime thing for me to get technology to work. But it did work, and then it's never happened again because my internet's not good enough, I think. Oh, I can't stream shit to people. I can barely stream myself, so.
Yeah. That's always the
But-
funniest thing about problems like that is you spend so much time learning everything you can about the process of getting this one thing to work, and you're like, for like 48 hours, everything about this program and that specific part of it, and then once it's set up, all of it's forgotten.
Oh yeah, if somebody was like, "Hey, can you do that again?" I'm like, "No, Absolutely not.
Give me like 2 hours, and maybe I'll just I'll just have to mess with it.
I have opened up Parsec and Voice Meter. I don't know the rest. I don't.
Work.
Oh god. and do it. Do the thing. Okay. But that is it for me. What have you two been up to as well?
Matt, you've been playing some Horizon Zero Dawn,
Yeah.
like a little bit. Anything noteworthy there?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Okay.
It's good.
I've heard
I'm
that.
not like super far in it yet.
Right.
so-
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. I mean, I saw a little bit of it. You were I guess I didn't know what, because I'd hardly seen anything on the game actually until I was just watching matches the other day, and I didn't realize that the creatures had like all the different ways you can interact with them, and like you learn how to override them, and then you can ride some of them and shit like that. I thought that was kind of cool. I was telling Matt that's like the closest we're ever going to get to a Zoids game, but
True, probably.
which is
Well,
sad.
maybe I don't know.
I miss
You
Zoids.
never know. So it was pretty cool.
What else do we play? Pokemon Shield. We played some more of that.
Yep. Same as last time we talked about it. It's a fun time. I liked it. I like it more than Sun and Moon by a large margin.
Do you like it more than Let's Go?
It's about the same as Let's Go. I don't know.
Okay.
All the Pokemon games since like Gen 3. Yeah, they don't have the same
They don't have staying power.
the same magic as it once did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad fact, getting older. And not giving a shit about things that you used to give a shit about.
Ain't that the truth? What gym are you on right now? You're just doing the Ghost Gym?
I just did the Ghost
You just
Gym.
did the Ghost Gym.
Now we're going to, I assume, the Fairy Gym.
Right, yeah. Yeah. It's one in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. it's a fun time.
Magical.
There's actually a lot of cool Pokemon. Like
Yeah, a lot of new Pokemon are sick.
I'm like happily surprised. Most of the time it's like, all right, yeah, here's there's some good Pokemon. This one is a little bit weird, and what are all of these? I have no idea. I don't want any of these Pokemon. And I'm going through the list, like looking at them, like these Pokemon look cool. I want them.
Is there any like trash Pokemon or keychain Pokemon or anything
Look,
like that?
I don't know what your fucking deal is with Trubbish, but you leave his name out of your mouth. All right?
I didn't say his name. I don't know his name.
All right. You said trash Pokemon. There's only 2 trash Pokemon. All right.
Oh,
Trubbish
see? It could be one.
and his evolution. Garbodor.
It was talking about the evolution. You don't know.
Leave his
I don't
name
know.
out your mouth.
Leave his Pokemon species out your brain.
All right. Well, let me rephrase the question then. Is there any inanimate object Pokemon?
Yeah,
in
there's
the
a
game?
teacup.
All right.
Dude, that's a ghost type.
Yeah, because the Pokemon's not the teacup itself. It's inside the teacup, and then it evolves into a tea kettle. Well, not a kettle, but a teapot.
Yeah.
And he's inside the teapot. He's a ghost.
Well, then I would say that then yeah, he probably is the teacup as well. If the teacup also evolves.
Well, no, you actually need a cracked teapot to evolve it. He needs to move. It's like
Oh.
a shell situation, I think.
Yeah, he's got to
Never
move into
mind.
his
Like a
new
hermit
home.
crab thing.
That
Yeah,
makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of cool.
It's no
right?
vanillish.
Yeah, no.
That
it's the-
Pokemon actually just sucks.
yeah, the ice cream Pokemon.
But, I've heard some people be like, it's not that bad. It's pretty fun. It's a cool. I'm like, not for me.
There's a lot of
But leave Trubbish out your mouth.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of dragon Pokemon, which is something that I'm kind of like digging. Like sick, dude. There's like never
Yeah,
enough
like-
dragon Pokemon.
Like Appletini or whatever his name
Oh,
is.
it's Applin.
Oh, yeah. That I also do
one's-
not care for that Pokemon.
Like Flygon or something.
no, he's
No,
talking
no,
about the
no.
new Apple one.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the specific evolution because he has 2 different evolutions. One of them's a dragon type. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Flygon is
yeah, I don't know why I thought of Flygon.
Trumpish's evolution from Ruby's. I don't need to educate you. All right, you should know it. Number one.
Yeah,
Number two, leave Trubbish out your mouth.
Everybody's quit talking about him. Okay.
All right, he's doing his best, and he's my son.
Oh
in
no.
this game.
Yes, he is.
Oh, is Trubbish in the game?
Yeah, you can catch
okay,
a
cool.
Garbodor right outside the freaking main area.
Whoa, dude, calm down.
Look at this bitch. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Over here spouting. What did I just say?
But
Leave my
So
son
they
out your
kept
mouth.
the trash Pokemon, but they didn't allow all the starters.
No, because Bulbasaur fucking sucks dick.
Bulbasaur's-
He doesn't
I said
deserve
all
to
the
even.
starters. Okay.
Shut up. Anyways, what else we play?
you played some Hades.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's not really gonna help
Oh,
the
yeah.
mood.
No, I mean Hades is a great time. I got absolutely destroyed by
yeah.
Hades. I had one run where I got all the way to Hades and lost, and I could have won, but I lost. The second one was probably one of the worst runs I've ever had. I had the spear, and I had just no damage, and I got all the way to Elysium, and I was like, "This is just miserable." I'm like, I don't know there's nothing I could do, dude. So I basically just like gave up. That
Yeah.
was the first time I ever gave up in Hades.
Well, I mean, after a while,
But after a while, you can tell you're like, this run isn't gonna make it.
right?
I can tell.
And it's just gonna be a fucking slog.
It was already a super slog. And then the third run I won. So
Nice.
balance restored.
Nice.
It's all coming together now.
It's actually like a nice mix. You had like I almost did it, and then like this sucks, and then like I won. You know, it's like a good little roller coaster of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, we've been playing. Well, Matt's been playing some Days Gone.
Yeah.
How's that?
Days Gone.
It's about a 7 out
Yeah,
of
it's
10.
like a 7 out of 10. It feels incomplete.
Yeah, I've never seen so many glitches in a AAA
Okay.
console game.
And they're like semi-important type scenarios too. Like
They're no game breaking ones. Just
No.
like just poor.
yeah.
Like just bad. Like they make
Yeah.
the game like you're like, you guys didn't have enough time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's some weird stuff, and I don't know. You see, what's weird about it is we started playing it before it was completely done downloading because it said it was going to take 4 hours, and we're like, we don't have time to wait 4 hours. We got a Thanksgiving here in like 4 hours, so so it's like, oh well, it'll be ready to play in like 45 minutes, and so it gets, if it finally gets done or whatever, and we're like, all right, we're gonna play it. And there's just like a bunch of shit that just isn't loading in sometimes, or like there's this bit where we come to a part in the road, and the friend you're with, he's like, "Oh man, we got to move this truck out of the way." Sometimes the raider people, they put a truck in there to kind of convince you to go try to move it so they'll attack or whatever. And we're looking around, there's no truck to be found,
And,
then-
there's literally a gap
in the road.
in the road we could have gone. So I'm looking around and I'm like, where's the truck? And I turn a corner, or I turn my back to the dude, because he's like, there's cars and there's like a big empty space and then there's cars. So I turn my back to the dude, I can't see the thing, and then I turn around and there's the fucking car.
Yeah,
It just appeared.
Well, it's
materialized.
a ghost car.
Right, yeah. And I chalk that up to maybe the game not being fully complete downloading. But the one part, there's like two things that I think may have been affected by the download that should not have been an issue. You get to a point in the game where you get to a gun safe inside of your base, and inside there's a crossbow you can grab. And it's just like, oh, you can just pick up your crossbow. And you're like, oh, sick, I have a crossbow. And the menu would not work. It wouldn't give him, like, Matt, the crossbow. It just wasn't giving it to him. And there's an obvious section just afterwards where it's like a light tutorial that, it's like a silent situation. There's some people down the way.
Wouldn't it be sick if you had some type of silent weapon?
Yeah. Oh, you have the high ground kind of. But no, Matt had to, like, literally sneak up and around and then come up behind him and fuck him up. But definitely you just got the crossbow. Here, try out the crossbow part.
Yeah.
But that didn't work. And then there's all these weird moments. Like, we stopped playing, and it was like, oh, the game's not done yet. We have to leave anyways. And came back to playing it another day. And there's like quests that are assumed to be going, and don't remember necessarily which one we're supposed to be doing first, or like why we have to go way the fuck up here to do this one thing. And
yeah, it seems like we're missing like important tidbits of dialogue. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's from the loading. I think the only thing that was glitched from the loading was the fully downloading thing is the crossbow. Everything else I think is just the game.
yeah, they just didn't fully explain it.
Yeah, so
Because-
it's like you have like a lot of assumed knowledge, I guess. I don't know. The questing is not laid out clear.
No, it's not very clear at all.
And then there's a time where there's like a helicopter, but the helicopter didn't spawn. So I'm just looking at a red light in the sky with a ton of like, this helicopter is super close. So it's like, and it's like, it's right above me. And it's just like a red orb where like this, like whatever the lights are for the helicopter are. I'm like, that's sick, dude. That's a sick, stealthy helicopter.
Oh my god, it's Wonder Woman in her invisible plane.
And then there's another glitch where we picked up a like a voice recorder, and then there was dialogue from the game and the voice recorder
At the same
and I'm
time.
pretty sure the radio was playing at the same time with one of those dudes, the broadcast from the radio tower
Yeah.
thing, all happening simultaneously,
And-
the voice recorder is coming out of my fucking controller, and I hate that. I hate when
Yeah.
things come out of the controller. So I turn that shit off, but like it's just like a wall of sound and voices.
And I'm sure we missed some like quest information somewhere in there. And I couldn't keep track. There were like stacked subtitles going on in the game. It was nuts.
Oh God.
I didn't catch any of it. I couldn't focus on any one thing. It was just all over the place. And at the same time, Matt's like inside of a special building where there's like literally zombies coming because of an alarm going off. So there's all this stuff happening.
Oh God.
yeah.
It was nuts. But besides that, the game's not bad. It's got
Yeah,
some
I mean,
cool like
it's
motorcycle-y
some
type stuff.
Neat ideas. The sound mixing is all over the place.
It-
My
yeah.
dude will be riding the motorcycle and he'll be talking normal, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, "Yeah, no, blah, blah." He'll just start screaming.
Yeah, he'll just start yelling.
He'll even do it in the same sentence. Like
Oh,
they
wow.
didn't give a fuck. He will do it, and he'll start off normal and then transition
to yell.
to scream in almost the same syllable of the word.
Yeah, like as if you're on the bike and you're driving, so he has to be a little bit louder.
Yeah.
But you've been driving.
Or you'll be walking. It's not just always on the bike.
Oh, that's true.
Sometimes
It did
he'll
happen
just do it. And you're like, all right. You're like, that's cool.
Does he have ticks or something? Is that like canonical or something?
No.
I mean, he might have
Just bad
ticks.
mix.
Yeah, you know, he's a weird character.
Yeah, he talks to himself like a lot, and it's actually pretty entertaining. He has like this little like self-talk monologue that he goes through, and he'll like half mumble a sentence to himself, and then start talking to the person he's with,
And then start screaming.
and then just start screaming. Yeah, it's a little
God.
bit crazy. I think the coolest thing. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Besides all this, it's still a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, well, because
Yeah.
I was getting into because the way that they approach zombies is actually like kind of fresh. Basically, they're okay. The name is not like the best. They call them freakers. Like, oh god, okay, we get it. You're trying to be like Walking Dead, but there's like different types where it's not like they're there's a boomer or anything like that. There's like a set of them called swarmers, which are essentially a group of zombies that tend to be in kind of packs or hordes that kind of travel the countryside, and you don't want to fuck with them because they'll fuck you up.
They'll swarm you.
Yeah, they'll swarm you. It's crazy. And then there's like
Whoa.
newts, which are essentially what children
Yeah, what
end up being.
children end up being.
And they like jump around and stuff, and they're like little spider kids. And if you don't fuck with them, they won't fuck with you. And it literally says as long as you're not like, coming them up on their turf, they won't mess with you. Like it actually
Yeah.
says turf. It's kind of funny. But the kind of the coolest little, I guess, change that they did with the whole zombie lore is the freakers have nests, and they'll like take just like refuse and sticks and find like a hole in like a house, like a closet or a living room, and they'll just fill it full of all this like stuff and make their little home because they can't come out. They're like sensitive during the day, so they mostly come out like in dusk and at night. and they have like these little nest places, and you'll go there and you'll toss a Molotov in, and like, yeah, fuck you guys, and they'll come running out and you'll kill them.
There's more of them during the day because they're all sleeping.
Yeah. And so you go out and clear nests, and it's just kind of like a neat little like concept that they're not just like shambling around and like there's always standing next
They'll
to the same
also attack
rock.
each other.
Yeah.
Like the other zombies, like the bigger ones, the adults, I guess, they don't like the newts.
Yeah, so they'll like attack and start eating them and shit.
They'll attack animals and
Oh,
stuff.
shit.
I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not just there are zombies and they're around. It's like, oh, they got nests.
They have
and
like their own little,
ecosystem.
yeah.
Little zombie world.
Yeah. So that part's interesting and kind of neat. But yeah, I mean, overall, pretty entertaining game.
hmm
But definitely.
Did
has issues.
you have a mini stroke when the bride was like, "I hope you ride me as hard as you ride your bike"?
Are you talking about the Hell Ride Road to Redemption?
Nope. There's a cutscene in your game.
Really?
I think it's at the beginning or whatever. Like he's getting married or something. And
No,
uh,
that didn't
it
happen.
hasn't happened yet.
Oh, you know what it is? I bet you that's a flashback that is gonna happen. I can't wait for that.
I was about to say I think it's like a flashback or something. For some reason somebody said it was like early on in the game, so I didn't like spoil anything for you.
I mean,
but,
it's, you know,
No, yeah, definitely the dialogue is not something to write home about.
yeah, no, it's
No,
there's definitely a lot like that.
yeah.
yeah, okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Get ready then.
I mean, we're not
Brace
playing it
yourself.
because it's a amazing game.
Yeah,
We're playing it because we're like, I need to decompress after Death Stranding.
that's true.
True.
But and actually, that is all that I had on my list really. Besides like Melee and Ultimate, which it was like it's Melee and Ultimate. We didn't have the greatest day. We didn't have the worst day for Melee.
I mean, Ultimate, my young Link was
wait,
looking nasty.
yeah, I didn't have a great Ultimate day, but Matt had a pretty good young Link going on Ultimate. But I mean, besides that, we can actually move on to Death Stranding.
Spoiler stuff. Watch out, more spoilers are coming for Death Stranding. That's the spoiler tag. Nailed it.
All
One
right,
and done,
yes.
boys.
So- all right, so what do you think at the very end? No. So yeah, where do you guys want to start with this? Because I know we had
Let's
some.
just go through the story.
Okay.
Start
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Now we're here.
Yeah. So I guess the very beginning, you meet up with Fragile. You meet Fragile in the beginning, and you also end up having to take a body. Was it Bridget Strand?
The president.
Yeah, the president to the place, and then you come in contact with the BTs for the first time.
Yo, when you first saw Fragile, did you think she was in your head?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought like she was either that or like we were in like some kind of simulation. It was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Some
the
weird
whole time,
shit.
dude. Like there were so many moments where just the various people you come across, I'm like, yo, this is definitely a creation of his mind.
Nope.
But especially,
Never was.
Especially Fragile. Yeah, and nope. I mean, at first, you kind of don't want to believe fully that, like the whole Dooms thing, and you're like, oh, she's definitely probably just something inside of his head. But then as you start to understand the way the world works a little bit more, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, never mind. She's just a person who can teleport by traveling through her own mind palace beach. And
Plus, it's a Kojima game, so you're like, shit can get weird, and so you're just prepared to like be on the lookout for anything. Like, oh, is it real? Is it not real?
Yeah.
Is she like a metaphor for your life? Oh my god, who knows? That is my favorite line in the entire game is when she hands you that mask and says, "Here is your metaphor."
yeah,
Like way later in the game, but I just thought
Yeah.
like, oh, here we go. That's
Higgs-
because you're just like, I don't know what to do here. Here's your metaphor. Okay, there we
yeah,
go.
Higgs mask.
Watch a little
Yeah.
Bill Engvall lately. Here's your sign.
here's your metaphor. Get her done. Oh god.
But yeah, what did you think of the BTs like in that first initial scene? Like
Dude, the first, like, until you basically start chapter 3, I guess, is the main big open world bit of the game. The BTs are scary.
yeah,
They create,
Yeah.
or the game creates an amazing atmosphere
yeah,
to where you're scared of them.
yeah. In fact, Matt, you were literally like being the most careful dude and just crouch walking through like anytime the BTs were nearby. And it would take like 5 minutes to get through an area sometimes. And just like, okay, hold breath. Okay, walk.
Yep.
Hold breath. To the point where I don't think you got actually grabbed and had to fight a BT unless you made the decision to do it because of game stuff. Like, except for once?
Never.
Never. Yeah.
I never
don't think you ever did.
had to do that.
Yeah.
I'm a very good video game player.
Yeah.
Best video gamist. Okay. Yeah, well, the first, like, when you first get it, or when you first encounter them, it's like, oh, yeah, shit, better lay low, better avoid, walk around, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get your bike, and you're like, can I outrun them? I'd like to outrun them if I can. And sometimes you can.
You can.
But no, not in the rocky places, not anywhere there's, like, literally pebbles anywhere. Otherwise, your bike's like, no, man.
Whoa, buddy.
Is that a small
pebble
rock?
over there? It's going to fuck me up. Goddamn, dude.
Dude,
What do you think I am, a truck?
Yeah, the bike is like trying to ride a skateboard down the sidewalk, and there's a tiny rock there. Like, it's just like any...
No, the bike is like trying to ride a skateboard down a mountain.
Yeah, that's true. My God.
It just fucks you every time.
The vehicles in the game had the weirdest physics system. I have no idea, like, what possessed them to go with they have strange traction. They don't go the direction you want them to go all the time when you're trying to like maneuver them up a hill or anything like that. And they have like a mind of their own. And
There's no handbrake,
no, you just
and the reverse doesn't work.
yeah, it doesn't work all the time.
You're like, I want to stop.
No.
And you're like, do you? And I'm like, yeah, because there's water. And they're like, let's hold off.
How about we just slow down?
And you're like, I've been holding this button for like an hour. I want to get
I don't
off.
want to hold it anymore.
Yeah,
Let me go.
There's a lot of momentum in the game, which I think. I mean, I like everything that they did with the walking around and having the cargo, and you have momentum when you have the cargo on there, and everything. All the decisions they made with that, I think, was really cool and like kind of unique to it. And it's like I think it's probably the only game to ever do something like that. But the vehicle aspect of it was just so strange, and it like broke rules that they were established with you walking places, because you can just like fill up the back of the bike with shit and just drive, and you don't have to worry about shit falling off or anything like that. It just drives like normal. Like,
Yeah.
that part was always kind of weird to me.
The only drawback you get is like more battery power used, and it like it's heavier. It doesn't go as far or something like that. But
Oh yeah, and then I guess you can like jostle like stuff around a bit. Like if there's something that's a little bit more fragile, it'll take some container damage if you're going over some rocks and stuff like that.
Yes, but I'm fragile, but not that fragile. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna make that. Fuck you! I was gonna make that joke. Get out of here! Damn it! Catchphrases. Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know that. No, I was gonna say like up to like where you got to Lake Knot City or whatever. It's basically like it does feel like a whole different game once you get to the open world thing though. Like definitely. Because you're originally like, just gotta sneak around, gotta be careful. Okay, I'm going down this one forest, so I know I'm gonna get fucked, so I better just try to sneak out. Oh, I still got fucked. Well, maybe that's just me, but I just fucking, oh, watch out for the BT. Oh, here they come. Oh, here we go. You're dead now. Cool. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I only died one time actually, and I share it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I was just walking down a mountain, and I decided to run, and then all of a sudden, I guess I hit something, or I something happened, where basically I was falling along the ground all the way until I hit a rock, and then I died.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
And I'm like,
yeah, it was nuts.
yeah, it just made no sense. Like it was a bug, obviously, but it was just like, okay, I'm walking. Oh, I'm falling. Why am I falling? I'm on the ground. Oh, I'm still falling somehow on the. Oh, and I'm dead. Oh, cool. We'll see what happens.
Well, I've got to swim back to my body now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find myself in this water. That's weird.
Yep.
Which it totally makes sense once the game finally like tells you about shit. But yeah, I looked at that and I was like, that has to be something to do with the snow portion, because you were in the snow, and it's like the incline. You like, yeah, it was weird. It like carried your momentum. I don't know, Matt. You did end up dying a few times, but it was because of like weird shit.
I died once in the big chasm area where you have to go find the collector or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's in the place with all the like crevasses. And I found out that you can't jump if you're holding the R2 and the L2 because you're securing your stuff. So I just ran right off a cliff.
Oh, no.
Right off of it.
And then there was another time you were on the bike and you fell in the chasm too, but you didn't die, but it was some weird shit.
It broke some shit.
Yeah,
it broke my bike.
Yeah, it broke the bike. I don't even know how that happened. Like,
the bike was probably being a bitch.
Probably. Yeah, it's crazy how fast everything can go to shit though, right? Because like you'll go hours and just be like S ranking and stuff over and over again, right? Like, oh man, I'm the best porter ever, right? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm the legendary porter. You know, Sam.
I'm the great deliverer.
Yeah, and then one time going to a river without fully checking it, and your bike's lost and your shit's lost and everything's fucked. You're like, oh my god, this can go south so fast.
Yeah. There would be. I think there's would have been one other time I would have died, and I think I talked about it on the last podcast where I was going. Yeah, we did talk about where I was like in that one area. They were supposed to do something for the not the junk collector, the technician, somebody. And like I got caught in like a building, and like I dropped all my shit, and then like it dragged me out into the middle of the giant crater area with nothing to do, or like with nothing I could use. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna restart because I'm not dealing with that shit.
Yeah,
that was stupid.
Was that little city, like the Craftsman area or whatever?
Craftsman, that's what it was. Yeah, where you had to go get his stuff for him or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll get my wrench. Fuck you, dude. Here's your package.
You can make a wrench. You make a wrench out of the package boxes or something. Fuck you, man.
No. He said that's not the type of thing that you can just print. All right, man. It's American steel.
No. Oh God. Fuck American steel. Fuck the UCA. I'm Sam Porter for like 95% of the game.
Yeah. But apparently,
America.
I'm Sam Strand and Bridges. We'll get to that.
Slowly but surely.
But so what'd you think of the transition from the Lake Knot City area where everything's like great and you're making like roads and man, like just like society is bumping, and then you get to the mountains.
Dude, the mountains. I did not like the mountains.
I did not care for the mountains at all either. But I quickly went from like seeing the zip line thing going like, oh, that'd be kind of neat to use, to like, oh, I'm going to drop a zip line everywhere I go.
Yes.
Zip line every 300 meters. I'm going to climb to the top of this fucking mountain. I might die, but I'm going to get a fucking zip line.
That's what I did, dude. I made a zip line network. Like,
you have to.
Yeah.
If you want to beat the game in like any time this year, you fucking have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. They set you back purposely. Like you transition to the mountain area and they're like, all right, cool. So you built all this stuff. Great. Leave all that behind. You're back to walking, right? Yep. Because you're going to try to bring your bike, but you're going to hit a point where the bike is not going to work, but you're going to be stubborn and then eventually give up. And then, oh, great. Now we're back to walking everywhere. Well, what am I, a peasant? I can drive on roads back there, you know?
I built so many roads just for them all to be worthless.
Especially by the end.
Yeah. I will say I think I want to come back to the game just solely for like the road building simulator and just trucking. Nice. It's something very therapeutic about it for some reason. Just being able to like cruise along, occasionally help people out, build a road or two, drive along, get more materials, just go back and forth.
Keep on keeping on.
Yep.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on. God damn it. Over and over again. But yeah, the mountains, I hated that part, and I hated like how suddenly the mules are now terrorists, and now they have guns, and you can't just You can't fucking beat them up like the fucking nerds they are because they have guns now and you have to get into a firefight, which this game is kind of built for, but not really.
No,
very good
it's
at,
definitely not. And I like how every upgrade of your assault rifle, it's like, yeah, now now it's a scope. You have a scope on it, or Mama will say some shit like, yeah, now you can hit things easier. Bitch, no, you can't. All right, it's the same. It's the same.
Yeah, it's
fucking
nuts.
stupid. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which is weird because it's the same engine Metal Gear Solid 5 was built in, and
No,
you
it wasn't.
definitely do.
No, it's not.
Is it not the Fox
Not
engine?
at all.
Oh,
It's made off the same engine that Horizon Zero Dawn is.
really?
The Fox engine is owned by Konami, and they obviously would not let them use
Oh
it.
shit.
So this is a totally different engine.
Oh my god.
Never
Imagine if he had access to the other engine though. That'd be crazy.
mind. It'd be fucking nuts. I guess that explains why he has like half of Horizon Zero Dawn Studios working there or whatever.
That helped out because they loaned him the engine, the SEMA.
Yeah.
It says
Oh,
that every
that
time
makes
you
sense.
load up the game.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sick.
Oh,
I was gonna say, what's funny about the mules becoming counter terrorists is basically, I think you had one run in with the counter terrorists, one, and then after that, never saw the mules again. I don't know about
Avoided
you.
them.
Really?
Yeah, like literally, if there were mules
Oh.
going around, not even gonna deal with it. I ain't got time for that shit. I set up a network through the mountains, right? Over the mountains and shit. I ain't never got to like run into you guys ever again. Is basically what happened with us.
Should have done that. I never thought about building on the other side. I was just like, oh, gotta go through the mules again. Hopefully I don't get shot in the head or something. When you have to deliver Mama, I thought I fucked up when I got to the cutscene where you deliver her because we went through a mule camp and we both got like shot a lot and stuff. I thought, like, oh fuck, oh I killed her, oh no, oh god. So like I wasn't paying attention for like half the cutscene because I was googling like, how do you save Mama? I didn't mean to kill her. I didn't want her to get shot. Oh no, she's just dying because she's sad and is not part of this world, or she was already dead or something.
Yeah, she was already.
She was
dead.
a Ka or a Ha.
It was her Ha was dying, but her Ka lived on inside of Lochna, and they became one. Matt, why don't you tell Fiskate your a very similar story?
So there's like sometimes there's random events of like the big like wolf thingies coming to get you.
And they just appear.
They just appear and they make everything gray, or they soak up the.
They
I don't
make
know.
everything tar.
Yeah, they make everything tar.
Did that ever happen to you? Because it happened to Matt probably 3 times where he'd be going through an area and then all of a sudden it's tar and then there's like the wolf like lion dudes and there's like 2 of them at first and there's 3 and then there's 4.
Are you talking about like the very end where like you're going back for
it's happened throughout the game for me.
Yeah, basically after you got
After Mama.
Yeah, after like right before and then after Mama.
Yeah.
Because it was on the way. It's the first time it happened.
But yeah, I was on my bike.
Okay.
Oh no, go ahead.
But I was gonna say, like, other than like when it was scripted to do so or whatever, like specific boss fights or whatever.
Oh,
I never really had that. I would encounter them like if I got caught by a BT and dragged somewhere, but I just never been able to
it just happened.
It would just happen.
I think the game got tired of Matt just like walking through places and not getting grabbed by the BTs, and so like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
We're gonna make you fight a BT boss.
You have to see it at least once. Come on.
But I was taking Mama, and I had a gun, an anti-BT gun. I'm riding on my motorcycle, and then boom, I get sucked into the tar. All right, so the tar, it kicks you off your bike or whatever.
Yeah.
And I dropped my rifle, like the package that carried my rifle, and I had Mama on my back. So I go to pick up the rifle, and then I drop Mama. And I go to pick up Mama, and I drop the rifle. And I do that about 4 or 5 times before I don't know what I'm doing. I think I still have Mama on my back.
Yeah.
Mama's not on the back
He didn't
anymore.
realize he had dropped Mama at all.
Oh no.
So she's over there laying in the tar, totally submerged.
Oh god.
And then you go to just dip.
Yeah, I go to dip. I'm running away from the thing. All right.
And then I'm like, Matt, no.
Mama's back there.
back there.
And I'm like, no, she's on my back, dude.
And he looks, and there's nothing.
Nothing.
Oh god.
I also dropped her face down.
He fell.
Yeah, I fell. I didn't fall.
Jesus.
I ran into the a river with
yeah,
the motorcycle, and the motorcycle sank. And that was sad. And I accidentally had her fall off of me, and she was down there for a bit.
She floated down the river
She
a bit.
floated down the river a bit, face down, and then I pick her up. We don't talk about it. I thought for sure she would have some type of vocal
Dialogue.
line like, "Yo,
Thanks for fucking drowning me.
Yeah.
getting hairy out there."
We had the same fear. We got there, we're like, oh no, she's at like 40% durability or
No,
something.
she was at 70.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, no, I mean, I thought you had done 40% damage or whatever.
No, I did 30.
But yeah, we would get there and like, oh no, she's not one. Like, oh shit, did we fuck something up? We're like, oh
Dude, I was so
Okay.
sad. I really liked Mama.
yeah. Lochner just wasn't the same.
Well, they were though.
No, but like, you know what I mean?
Well,
what
when
I'm
Mama
saying,
took
though.
over Lochner, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
became like normal, but you know, it's just
That's how twins work. They're like the same person, and
Right,
when
yeah,
one
no.
dies, their soul
no separate
inherits
identity.
the other one, and then
Right.
become the same person. Yeah,
Yeah.
we know how twins work. Okay, this is Kojima's not doing anything new with twin theories. Okay,
But yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was sad.
Anything that could go wrong did, and it was like, oh, we're still going. Okay, I guess we'll just
Yeah.
continue. Sorry, mama.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that had that fear then, because I was like, it kind of comes out of nowhere because she doesn't act like she's dying or anything until
No.
she's there.
She's
And
like,
it's
oh,
like,
I'm
oh,
just
I'm
sad
dying."
because of the baby. I'm like, I'm sad because of the baby too. But
We're all sad. Okay, God damn it,
no, I was
nobody's happy about
empathizing.
this. Oh, okay.
I wasn't trying to like throw it in her face like you did.
No,
See, obviously
monster.
you didn't have respect for Mama.
yeah. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about anybody in that game.
Like, she's a pixels. Ones and
That's
zeros.
all they all are.
I mean, okay,
Just zeros and
so
ones.
Fistcake, honest opinion. All right, the second time you ever have to cart somebody through the game, the chiral artist. What do you think of that? Just that whole sequence with her and the junkyard man, and like her, you know, their whole like dramatic scene.
Yeah, that whole
And then they get
All right.
divorced.
yeah, that whole thing, really weird. Starting off like at that point, like when I picked her up, for some reason I think I was just playing like making roads for so long, I forgot that there were real people in the game, and I was starting to think like, because like they were saying like, oh man, like I can't believe you're doing this all this work by yourself, or like in like emails and stuff, and it was just like, I can't believe you're doing this all by yourself. You're like doing the work of like a bunch of people, blah blah blah. I'm like, am I real? Is Sam a real person in the real world, or am I just a fucking pix? I don't.
Yeah,
And then
no,
I get that mission, and like,
Yeah.
oh, how am I supposed to deliver? You deliver a USB stick or something? And then she just walks out. I'm like, oh, I am
Wait.
carrying a live. I am a real person. Okay, cool. Thank God. All right. But yeah, the whole like dramatic thing was cool. It was like nice and heartfelt. But then like, you get the email from the guy like literally like 5 minutes after you drop her off. He's like, man, I don't know. She's got, oh, one of these days, Alice, pooh, straight to the moon.
Yeah.
And then she emails you back. She's like, oh, things didn't work out. So I just walked back. I'm like, well, okay, all right.
That's cool.
And then and then like the mom emails you. She's like, man, it's unfortunate it didn't work out, but it's because of this long contrived history they actually have that they don't remember.
It's like,
Yeah, and then
oh,
you
yeah,
get
his
another
gang did
email
something, and
at the end, and
I'm like, I didn't care after the fact that she like left him. I like after that, I'm like, okay, that was all worthless, great. And then there's supposed to be like a redemption arc I'm supposed to care about. I'm like, I don't.
no,
they, like,
it
get
was
back
all
together.
yeah.
Go
They
to
get back
America.
together.
Currently, I'm trying to figure out why my mother figure keeps appearing in my dreams, and there's this weird guy that has a golden mask that keeps taunting me, but doesn't actually hurt me or anything. I have a lot of stuff on my plate. I don't have time for this back and forth bullshit. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
don't. I don't care.
I don't care.
you know what's weird is I looked up, you know, they had a lot of like bigger like voice actors and stuff like that, and a lot of like, you know, cameos, which most of the actual like celebrity cameos obviously weren't actually voiced by the celebrities themselves. It's just their image. Like none of them were. I thought that some of them might have been, but no, they're all voiced by voice actors.
Not
Name
Conan.
Conan.
Conan was voiced by someone else.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds exactly like him.
Yeah. That's what I
Goddamn
was
voice
saying too. The girl who plays the chiral artist's daughter or whatever, it's her only voice acting job ever. Hasn't done anything else.
Which I guess I was wondering if like she was supposed to sound like she was supposed to because of the story, or if they made the story because of the way she sounds. She's Japanese speaking English with a very heavy accent.
Right.
And
Which just doesn't make any
It
sense
doesn't
in the world.
because her mom doesn't have an accent.
Her mom's white.
her mom doesn't have an accent, but she explains like, "Oh no, the junk kids killed their parents. They're her Japanese parents, and she learned to speak English through me."
We didn't take the time to read that. It was too long.
Yeah, no. So like, what I do is like I read it. Like I'll say, "Oh, this is way too fucking long," but I'll still read it. But I'll read it angrily, is what I do instead of normally.
You're like, I care about the lore, but I'm not gonna like it.
Kojima, you should have highlighted the good parts here. I swear to God. God
Where's the
damn
cliff
it.
notes for this girl's backstory that doesn't have any bearing on the entire rest of the?
Yeah.
It's like she's gonna
So
have
I
her own
think
spin-off game.
So I think they just like basically retcon the story to make it more sense.
Right.
Because I was also confused too when that like I saw her mom and the way she sounded. I'm like, none of this adds up.
It's a very heavy accent, which felt totally like out of nowhere.
Totally out of place, especially if you
It is
hypothetically lived in a vault for
years.
and
No, but
and
apparently
were raised by people who are native English speakers.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have an accent.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Well, what was
It was just really weird.
I think that just
Yeah, it
added
was
to the
kinda
whole thing because the game kind of makes it feel like, a long time has happened since the Death Stranding. For most of the game, you're like, there's no real frame of reference of how long it's been like this, and then come to find out, like, it's really not that. It's like 25, 30
However old
years.
Norman Reedus is, basically.
It's like not as like nearly as long as I expected it to be. And I'm like, okay, but even then, this girl had to have completely grown up in this society, so why does she have an accent? But yeah, it's just they don't really fully explain when anything happened or how long it's been since something happened, which I guess the story didn't really need it, but I was always curious.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was strange. That was just a weird scenario.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What do you think of like the Hartman stuff?
He was
Hartman
probably
stuff
my
was-
least favorite out of all the chapters.
I like his story. I like what he does, but that part is definitely like fucking Kojima doing his wacky Kojima cutscene bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Where like if you get likes from Hartman every time you look at something.
Yeah.
And then you make that fucking fucking Norman Reedus
Don't
out
really
of nowhere
fuck, dude.
decides to fucking wicka wicka wick on the record player, and Die Hartman's like, nah, man, that's not cool. The guy's passed out, but the camera somehow pans to Hartman and in his dead state, and he's like, yeah, thumbs up somehow, even though I'm technically dead, and I would have not heard that. But whatever,
I don't know.
it's
I
fine.
think I would have reacted the same way as Norman. I didn't like that dude. I didn't like him ever. I didn't care about his family.
Don't give a shit about him. His family,
All my
fucking-
care went into Mama and Fragile.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, and Guillermo del Toro.
Right. Yeah. Die Hardman.
No,
Oh,
Die Hardman is the black guy.
Dead Man. Dead Man. His story was cool. Well, I was gonna say there's something else that was related to that. Oh, that entire bit where they force you to travel way out, and like a super long way to get to like through the mountains to get to Hartman, and then to get to the next person, and then you got to go down here, and then you go all the way back to Hartman, and then you got all the way back over here, and all the way down to there.
That didn't help his case.
It's just like so much, just like long distance travel, which I think is where you made half of the network that you ended up using towards the end of the game to cut your travel back to.
No, that was a previous Mountain Zone.
Oh, it was a
that one
previous
I
Mountain
didn't have the resources to
Right. Yeah.
No, man.
really set up the network.
At that
like I
point,
wanted.
yeah. I was about to say, like, at that point, I kind of like just basically went all in on PCC level 2, baby. Fucking everything. I can take a gun, I guess, if I really need it. I can take a couple other things, but I got PCCs on my arms, on my fucking back. I got PCCs. If I could take the baby off, I would put a PCC level 2 there. Lou's got to tag along for reasons.
Yeah, Matt kind of did the same thing. You would bring like a minimum of 3 when you went anywhere. It's just like after a while you're like, I need this.
Yeah. Like
Zip lines are too important.
If I had to like bring like a bunch of packages or like something that was like really heavy. I'm like, oh well, let's see if I can get a truck as far as I can and just start placing PCCs along the way or something. But
Zip lines.
fucking yeah.
I will
Gotta
say
get
it
the
was
zip
about
line
that
stuff.
time where I stopped doing the optional deliveries.
Yeah, you
Oh,
straight up
yeah.
just like stop doing
I
them.
just stopped doing them because I'm like, I don't want
Like,
to. I
the mountains area.
the mountains. I don't want to. I'm gonna do what I have to do and be done.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
think we were looking at the trophies, or the trophies, and you got an achievement for getting like 36 optional or like common deliveries or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And Matt only got he got to 32, and that's where he stopped.
Oh no. You didn't get the achievo, bro. Man, hang on
I did
yourself.
not care. Fuck the mountains, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was like a certain point where I was kind of, I think of like, usually like what my game thing would be is like I would go through a story a bunch, and then like the last hour or so before I pass out or something, I would like just work on like roads or build networks or whatnot. I think that's probably like where I got the time to build more zip lines and do more deliveries, because once you do have the zip lines that go to like the person's doorstep, it's like fuck yeah, I'll just do this for 10 minutes. Do 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 do. Wee. But yeah, I guess that's the only reason why I got it done, because at that point I also stopped doing optional quests too. I did not want to really do anymore. I'm like, all right, I feel like I've been delivering
get it.
mountains for 15 years. I want to go to the store. I want to go to the store right now.
Mm-hmm.
More story, please.
Yeah. So actually, speaking of that, because
Yeah, we can start getting to the story bits.
yeah, let's talk about Clifford Unger,
Mads
Alright.
Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen. What did you think of his sections in the game?
I enjoyed the little flashbacks you get. I guess I rested too often because I was starting to get like repeats and whatnot, so I was kind of having a hard time making sure I was not missing anything. But I thought it was pretty good. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah.
It was a very, very fun story. I kind of understood what was going on, like maybe an hour or two before Sam.
Mm.
And I felt like I wish Sam would have gotten to that point too. I can't remember like what specifically at what point I was like, oh, you're the kid, because
It's a conversation with Dead Man.
That's what got Matt. Yeah. So
Which
it's the last is it the last
It's like-
mission or the second to last one
yeah.
where you fight him and you're in the city and Deadman has your BB Lou, and he's like, hey, watch out, he might come after you because he's after the BB, right? Because for 90% of the game you're like, oh, he's after the one you have.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, just stay where you're at and you'll be good. But then you find Deadman and he has had no issues, has had no contact, he's perfectly fine. And while you're trying to get to him, Mads Mikkelsen, you can kind of get the feeling that he's around.
Yeah, that's not the conversation I was talking about.
Well, I was talking about that's one of the like the puzzle pieces, that he wasn't even after the BB. He's after you because you're the BB.
But yeah, it's that conversation where he tells you about like your supposed wife and
Oh, that
kids.
one, yeah. Yeah, he makes
really?
so Deadman meets with you and he has a conversation with you and he's like, yeah, so there's this man who has a wife named Lisa, and they had.
He doesn't say that it's him though.
No,
He doesn't. You're talking about Mads Mikkelsen,
right.
and then all of a sudden, the Dead Man starts talking about supposedly your wife. It makes it seem, the whole conversation seems like he's talking about Sam,
Yeah,
his wife and kid.
because you're used to seeing that picture he has of him with a woman and she's pregnant, right? And so in your head, you like kind of put it together, like, oh, he's probably talking about Sam, and Sam kind of reacts that way.
Yeah, he's like, shut the fuck up.
And then Deadman is like, well, everything I've told you is a lie. It's not true. And then he starts talking about himself, and I thought that was cool how he like alludes to the fact that the people he was talking about wasn't your family, it was Clifford Unger's family, and that you're the kid. But then he like hides that in, oh, sorry, everything I've told you was a lie. I'm actually not a real person, and he goes into the thing about himself.
See, I thought that also happened though too, because I think he does have a Norman Reedus. Sam does get a family, or like has a wife and a kid.
Yeah, but not named
But-
Lisa.
But not named Lisa. That's why he was confused when he's like,
Yeah,
wait,
okay.
Lisa?
Okay, gotcha.
Because that was Clifford Unger's wife's name.
Gotcha. Okay, I see
Yeah.
I see what you mean now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like some shenanigans with the way that it's
Yeah.
approached.
It's not apparent to you that
confuse
Lisa
the viewer.
is
Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen's wife
Yeah.
Yeah.
until later.
Right. And so that's the point that you started to kind of think that maybe there might be something different going on.
Mm.
I need my BB.
So I can't remember like when my suspicions started, but it didn't like got really confirmed for me until you're on the beach, and like it's the first time the credits roll where you wherever you go gets fucked.
That part can die in a fire.
Yeah, okay, for sure. But
Like I get it,
she has like, yeah,
but fuck off, dude.
The running around and then like waiting like 2 minutes and then sitting down and having a short bit, getting expositioned and then run around some more for 2 minutes, get another short exposition, and it happens 5 times.
Yep.
I didn't have the heart to tell Matt that that's how many times it happened because I already knew what was going to happen because I wanted to make sure that we didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead. You were saying
Yeah,
something.
yeah, go ahead.
oh, it's just like one of the conversations that she has while you're like catching your breath or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just like, and I shot twice that day, like, oh yeah, and you've already seen visions where Mads gets shot and then like there's another thing or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, Sam, that's you. You're the Sam, you're the baby. Sam, come on. Come on, catch the story with me here, Sam. But yeah, no, that whole fucking thing was. I wish it was just a cut scene, and you just like had the credits roll on the side or something. Because I literally like ran from one side of the beach. I ran to that side of the beach again.
Preach it.
I ran to the other side of the beach. I ran towards the mountains.
Yeah, yeah. You think you can make it?
Yeah. And then I just stopped. I'm like, I'm gonna Google see how do I complete this section here because I don't understand what's going on.
And everyone's
they're
like,
nope,
Run.
just no, you're doing it right. Just either wait or run. I'm like, oh, okay,
Like,
whatever.
what's the point of that whole section?
Yeah, well, I guess because like, no, you've been in the other side for what, like a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they make you feel it in real life. I get it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's the only thing I can
takes
think of.
like 20, 30 minutes.
I believe.
And it's like a first cut in credits roll, and then when the credits roll and the actual ending, it's the same credits. They add in like maybe a couple of things at the end, but it's mostly the same credits. Like, come on,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Oh, Kojima. Up to his Kojima shenanigans. 13 different credits. Let's go. Not even different, but 13 credits at different times. Let's go.
Yeah, Matt was talking about, like, oh man, this kid's gonna hate this ending. If he didn't like Red Dead Redemption, he's gonna hate this.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. How did you like the bosses in the last few, like the chapters, like from Higgs? Not even from Higgs. The Extinction Entity version, all the way to the end, I guess.
Oh,
I thought the
Giant Higgs or whatever.
not Giant Higgs. Well, that's Giant Amelie.
Right. Oh, that's the Extinction Entity thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that boss fight was fine.
Dude,
I
rockets all
thought
the
the
way.
whale boss fight was garbage. And then I thought the boss fight with Higgs was fine. Like it was fine. I really liked the I don't know, I guess the boxing match.
Yeah, the AKA the best action portion of the entire game,
Oh,
where you
yeah.
get to make him
That's
look like
pretty
a
fun.
chump.
Give you all the crazy boxing shenanigans. That was pretty fun. I did enjoy that too.
Yeah, you're like, oh, Matt got good at dodging the guy, dodging Higgs, and so you're like, pop, pop, pop.
He only hit me like twice.
Yeah, it was sick. I was like,
Nice.
oh, let's go, let's go.
All that
Shout
fight
out
night
him.
Yeah,
practice. What do you
Sorry.
think of the bosses?
The fight next. I like you. I just thought they were fine at best. I think they would have been a lot better if like their health was cut in half because they weren't hard fights.
no,
They were. I mean, I didn't like have a difficult time. And like one of the cool things about the fights was like the ghosts of other players throwing shit at you.
Yeah, that was
kinda
cool.
But,
Yeah.
no, if they like had half the health, I would have been like, oh, that was a fun boss fight. Because like you get halfway through, it's like, yeah, I shot my quad rocket launcher.
About
This is
97
my-
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 100 times. So
Okay,
like,
so
I
you're gonna
get-
fly
I
above me again. All right,
Yeah.
ka. Sick. All right, where's the next quad launcher?
All right, excuse me, Mr. Ghost Sir, can you throw a blood bag? Will do. That'll help out. I'll take a blood bag. Okay, thank you. But you got no rocket launchers. All right, I guess I'll get my
Scan.
gun out. But yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
that's like the only thing that's missing. I think is just if they just cut the health in half. Because even Higgs was kind of getting boring. Because like you had to,
Yeah, I fought
it's the same
that-
thing. You run and punch. Run and
Yeah, I
punch.
fought that fight pretty active. I picked up packages and threw them at him.
Oh, that was actually
I
kind of
did not
satisfying.
stealth him at all. I didn't even know you could. Because I had
I
the
don't get
rope
that
out,
either. Yeah.
and
apparently
then
you're
it
supposed to be able to
was
stealth
just
him.
fucking me up, dude. I'm like, pick up the package, and then Norman Reedus is like, "Oh,
got the rope."
I got the rope though,
Yeah.
homie. We got the rope." I'm like, pick up the fucking old
He's all,
PlayStation.
"Ka." Yeah. Or just like nothing personnel kid you and just
Yep.
like, I'm trying to pick up the package, you
Quick
dunce.
stab in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I didn't stealth. It was just all those parries, baby.
oh,
Nothing up
you
here,
didn't really
though.
parry
I didn't
his
parry.
attacks. No.
No, I just beasted through it.
That works.
Well, if you
mean,
get the
obviously
first
it
hit, that's it.
Yeah,
You know, you're just like if you get the first hit, you just pa 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 pa, and then you just rolled out of the way a lot of the time if he came at you.
Yeah. That makes sense. No, I always had the rope ready. I would just stand still. Like when he was teleporting and stuff, I would stand still. I'm like, all right, where you at? Let's go. Parry. What? Chip. Pa, 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 pa.
So that's what you're supposed to use the rope for. I thought you were supposed to garrot him, like sneak up behind him and garrot him.
I mean, I guess you can also do that, but I was just ready to parry.
It was a
I
bit too
defeated,
annoying to
half the
like,
rules.
yeah, to suggest that Matt decide to stealth it and try to like garrot him because it's like, as soon as he gets any type of beat on you, if you don't get on him soon enough, he just moves anyways. And so it's like, what's the
Yeah,
point of trying to like
teleports.
sneak up on him? It's like not even.
and
worth it.
also I think in universe, I think Norman Reedus would have liked it if I just beat the shit out of him. And I was like, you know what?
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I don't like this guy. He hurt
Good
Fragile.
job.
You know who else kind of hurt
Fragile.
Fragile, and I didn't appreciate it. Amelie after the fight.
Yeah,
What a bitch! She was so catty for no reason. I missed it the first time. I had to go and watch it because I was like, dude, because I was on my phone or whatever. And, she was kind of being a bitch, and I went back and listened to it. I'm like, what the hell? What did she do
Yeah,
to
that whole
you?
chapter. Man, like that whole like after you beat Higgs, like there's a tone shift for the rest of that chapter.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I
like-
felt like she was like the bad guy the whole time, feeling. And I'm like, wait, who's the good guys? I don't even know. For like a
Yeah,
little bit.
Like she had like mysterious vibes to begin with, like because like oh you've never seen her in person or whatever. Well, you have, but anyways, it's you have the mysterious vibes, and then she acts like that to Fragile. I'm like, oh well, then she's definitely not on the down low. She's definitely doing some shady shit. But then after that, no, even during the Higgs thing, everybody was making video game references out of nowhere. The entire game, everybody was fine with like we exist in a world, but then suddenly Higgs is like, yeah, boss fight, rope versus stick. Remember
Yeah.
that thing that they said in the very beginning of the game? Yeah. Nami's like, I'm Princess Beach. Hoo-hoo. What is this, Mario or something? Hoo-hoo. Like, what the fuck? Can we
Where did
not
that come from?
Can we just not for 5 seconds? Come on, you almost made it through, Kojima. You almost got through the entire game without making sure that everybody knows we're in a video game.
No, he loves meta.
Yeah, I know. I know, but he was so close. Usually it's like peppered throughout the game, but this time it was like the
It had a
second
couple
last
chunks
chapter.
right back to back. I think it made it really apparent.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's also peppered.
Yeah, it is also peppered. I'm trying to remember specific like bits. But like just like little things that like Deadman and Die Hardman say sometimes are like kind of little sly.
Well, yeah, they also said like some game over or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
if you get void out, it's game over. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, except for
Like,
that
yeah,
time I
maybe-
died in that crevasse and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No void out.
no consequences.
Yeah, do you ever actually like void out? Like did you die to like getting shot or anything like that?
No,
No,
I didn't.
you never
I
void
think
out.
the void out happens when you get a BT kills you. Is when the void out happens.
Oh.
I think if you die normally.
Did we no you know what? I bet you nothing happens. It's probably exactly what happens with the nuke. If you take to the city, it just like everything turns white and then it's like game over. But I would have liked to see what happens if there's an actual void out and you cause it. But I don't think the game, like trajectory, cared about like making that exist.
I think in canon you never died.
No.
Yeah, in canon you never died. So it's like
No, you can do void outs for sure. There's
Does
been
it-
people who died in the game and have like void outs. And, like,
No,
craters
I'm
and
saying
scenarios.
people in the world void out.
but like from
Anybody
a player,
who dies.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Norman specifically.
Yeah, like as a
Yeah.
player voiding out and then having those consequences actually happen, even if you repatriate, they talk about it like there's going to be a nuke going off, basically.
But even when
but
you
you never
die,
get to
nothing
experience
happens.
that. Yeah.
No,
So,
Just
stuff
like real
happens.
life. Well, what? No, it
No,
doesn't.
I know, so I know what you're saying, but I've also heard people like play the game and actually die and have those craters happen. Have void
really?
outs happen. Yeah.
What? See,
Yeah.
well, apparently you guys are just too good where you never had to worry about it. You just never really
Well,
lost.
did you ever get killed by a BT?
No.
No, but it doesn't make any sense as to why that would only happen when everybody else in the whole world dies.
Well, 'cause
they
you're-
void out no matter what.
With everybody else, it's like you have to be dead, and for like when
48
you're-
hours.
Everybody else is when you're dead, you are deteriorating, and you're gonna die anyways. But I think with Norman, it's supposed to be like if a BT captures you and kills you, that's what causes a void out.
For a repatriate, like for his
Patriot.
for his specific type, he doesn't have the same like worries as everyone else. I think is the way I guess understand
I don't
it.
know.
But never had to worry about it. Never got killed by a BT.
I just think the rules work differently for him. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
I don't know, because
That's
like
why.
even they tell you, like, you don't get shot out there, because if you die, like Die Hardman says that.
Yeah, I guess maybe they also just didn't fully understand his situation too, which maybe is
he was talking about when you shoot people.
No, he talked about
Oh.
you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, even if
remember
you're a
him talking
repatriate,
about-
you still void out and whatever.
huh,
Don't
that's
get shot
crazy.
out there. It's near the beginning.
I was thinking during like the terrorist stuff when like they start getting guns or something.
Oh yeah, he definitely tells you not to shoot them.
Yeah,
But I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck it, dude. Who cares?
and you still didn't shoot them because you just didn't even like.
I just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, well, because you had
Yeah.
packages on you too. You couldn't just stay and fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can get voided out, but for some reason you and I never voided out, or the game never showed it, or something. I don't know what the deal
Yeah.
is, but I do know people who have voided out.
I have to see some pictures of that because
That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think that would ever happen, or that, or my other theory was just that you just never fulfilled the.
Canonically died or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. It'll be interesting to see how that all works because I knew most of what happens like when you get dragged or whatever and you go to a beach and fight the BTs and all that. But I just didn't tell Matt because I wanted him to experience it or whatever. And it's one of those where you
Yeah.
look up stuff and then you just find other things and you're like, well, great, now I
Yeah.
know this. But
No,
yeah, I didn't really like go any further than that, so I had no idea because we never ran into that situation, so it didn't have to be prepared.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so okay,
well,
so
we can move on to some of the bigger story bits. 'cause
yeah, let's move on to some.
I'm sleepy.
I got you. So some of the bigger story bits. What'd you think of the whole Bridget Amelie situation? Essentially the same person, very similar to the mama.
I saw that coming pretty soon. Like I don't know. They looked the same.
Yeah, I thought
Like
so.
from the
Oh, yeah.
beginning.
Right when you're with Amelie after the Hicks fight, and then you go over the ridge, and Amelie's no longer there, and all of a sudden Bridget's there,
Mm-hmm.
and she's talking to Die Hardman. That's the moment where I was like, wait a second, they're the same person. That's when I realized. I might be late to the party, but that's when I realized.
Well, you go back and
like-
forth. You're like, are they real? Are they not real?
Yeah,
That happened a lot
Yeah.
with Mads Mikkelsen, and I'm like, am I his son? Am I not his son? Is he my son? Like,
Who's the son?
mm,
Oh god. I thought for the longest time I just didn't think she was real, or like that she was like some kind of computer thing or something. And then
we also thought she wasn't
Mm-hmm.
real.
yeah. That she was.
I don't think I thought she was an AI or anything like that. I just thought she was like a spirit or some shit.
Yeah, I thought that she was like a construct to force Sam to connect the country, which turns out was kind of the truth. But I thought that
Yeah.
that's all she was built for, and that she was built by Die Hardman, and that's what the secret was that she didn't exist at all, and that they were using you or something like that, but not quite.
Yeah.
We're going.
But then, like, yeah, at some point on the beach, I knew, like, they were, at the very least, like, they were more linked than just mother and daughter. I knew, like, there was, like, something weird going on there. And then, like, everything else gets confirmed, like, 3 hours later or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
the last 3 chapters is, like, fucking 12 hours long, it feels like. And it just feels like, oh, God. It never
Yeah,
ends.
it's
Oh,
like
dude.
this is when the game gets real.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was very, very interesting. I thought it was really cool with what they did with her, and like
Right.
how it makes sense. How like that's kind of like the last puzzle piece is like your bit with Mads Mikkelsen.
That was so
and
cool.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they
was
took
very-
all those pieces and then they played it all out in one for you. That was so cool.
In a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
It was very, very cool. And then, although I am kind of confused why Bridget had like a heel turn.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, she was like trying, like, oh, I'm trying to save the world and stuff, but she's wearing a fucking skull mask as she's
Yeah.
telling him to, like, shoot him, shoot him, John. And then she grabs the gun and she shoots him, and then she shoots a baby too. It's fine. It's like, what the fuck? Not on purpose, obviously, but like,
No, yeah. And she's like, "Oh
It
no,
was still-
shit."
she's like, oh God, what have I done? But generally, if you see somebody wearing a giant skull mask, maybe they're not quite up to, not quite on the down low. They're not quite, trustworthy, maybe.
Yeah, what is the metaphor of the mask?
Nothing. She just needed to hide it because
Of her
and
identity?
yeah, when she was younger, they looked exactly the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it was
So they
just
had to
a-
wait for her to age.
and then Die Hardman just uses it for essentially the same reason.
I mean, he just uses it. I don't know why.
Well, he had to hide his identity too.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that part.
Oh yeah, because he knows that you're the kid as well, so that would make sense.
Yeah.
Which for some reason, like it never seems like he goes out and like acknowledges that he's always known you.
Yeah.
Like there was never like really that conversation. It seemed like even like when he was like confessing, like, oh man, I did all these things for Cliff. He was such a good man, and I loved him, blah blah blah. But
When
like,
he's all crying and stuff on your leg at the end.
Which like
Yeah.
top notch performance, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
great
the actor was
performance.
good.
I didn't care. I didn't like
Yeah.
him. There's no
Yeah.
reason for you to like him.
And I'm actually kind of happy
Yeah.
that like Sam didn't he wasn't too empathetic about it. Like
I don't
he was,
think he really was.
yeah, he was just like,
He gave
Not at
fucking
all, yeah.
Fragile the cold shoulder. I almost turned the game off, uninstalled, and tweeted Norman Reedus like, "What the fuck? How could you do that?"
why would you do that?
All right,
Why would you
look,
do that?
look, you leave Fragile at your mouth.
Okay. But I thought it was a good performance, and I'm like, I didn't never ended up like really hating him or like liking him. I was just kind of somewhere in between. But I feel like there's something missed there. Like it never was like, like I don't know. I feel like they missed something there by not like having that connection at all.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
chapter
'Cause, like-
really
'cause-
didn't involve him.
that's true.
Yeah. Because like even Norman Reedus knows that Die Hardman knows him, so you think Sam would have said something at some point too, but never happens.
Yeah.
Or no, yeah, you get that memory before you like leave to incinerate BB.
Oh, which was just so sad.
Oh, I almost had a tear when he said like, "All right, Lou, one last delivery." I'm like, oh God.
My heart.
I was like, I'm not burning my baby. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, Matt had me look it up to make sure there wasn't any other thing he could possibly do. He's like, "Is there another? Is this the correct thing? Am I supposed to do this? Like, what's going on?" And then the whole time you're just like, "Wait, but she said that you could pull him out of the thing, and he's not doing that. He put him on the thing." And then like the scene happens where he grabs it or whatever, or
Yeah,
like,
he
right
was
afterwards.
like
But
5
like
seconds
for
or
a
something.
second, there's that worry. You're like, "Oh no, he's not gonna. He's just gonna let BB
But
burn."
they already tore my heart out with Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that like up until that point, you're like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take care of BB. All right, gonna incinerate. That sucks. And then he doesn't pull him out of the thing, so I'm like, okay, I guess it's the direction the game's going. And then he's just like,
Yeah.
well, okay, I'll just plug in one more time, and then poof, oh, Mads Mikkelsen's your dad. All this shit.
Oh my god!
It's like
Yeah.
right when you think the game is finished, it opens up another like, oh no, here's more. Here's more, and you know what? It's pretty good.
Man, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, I think the whole game, everything that happened made sense. To, like, I don't know. Anytime anybody talks about Kojima, I'm always like, oh yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's not really that crazy. Like, as long as you buy
crazy,
in a
but it
little
made
bit,
sense for once. Yeah.
then you're totally good.
Yeah, you have to.
You just have to buy in, and then after that, you're on the ride.
That's true. Yeah. And a lot of people are talking about how they thought the writing was like not that great, or like it didn't do a good job of explaining itself, or some people said that a lot of it didn't make sense. And I'm like, yo, how could you possibly say after beating the game that you didn't know what happened? Because they told you everything. Fucking Emily Bridget Strand America is out there on the beach walking around you, giving you the lowdown on every single event in the game at the end. She leaves no stone unturned. If you don't understand after that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's he really does explain everything, which I thought was cool. Like, I mean, besides the walking points, anytime she was talking, I was entertained. But then afterwards, like, all right, back to the grind.
Wrap it up. Come on. I want to go through more story, please. Oh god. Did you have to retry the part on the scene where you had the choice to shoot her?
No, we looked it up.
Yeah, Matt was,
I went and hugged her.
Cowards.
Look, I don't like.
Cowards.
I want to have the best ending, because I don't want to spend another 50 hours.
Yeah, I think at that point it was almost like it was really late.
Yeah.
Like, and we were trying to.
Yeah,
finish
it was like 10:30 at night.
Yeah, and like work or something like that, and so we were trying to like complete it, and we are like, all right, we had made the decision 3 hours before we're gonna beat the game today, and it's like, oh god, it's still it's still going, it's still going. What did we get ourselves into?
I think to be fair to you, like when I was looking up the mama thing, somebody in the strategy's like, don't worry, there's like no actual decisions. The ending's always the same in the game, so you didn't do anything wrong. Just so whatever. Yeah. So I knew I was just doing something wrong. So I shot her 6 times. I'm like, why I don't do, but then it just does like, oh, the world ended. Game over. Try again.
Spencer was like, yeah, you have 3 choices here. And I was like, okay, so you shoot her, you don't shoot her, and then you shoot your gun up in the air like Point Break.
Right, that's what Matt thought the 3 choices were. He like okay, it's either shoot, don't shoot, or a random other choice. Yeah, I try not to say like what initially like what you should do, but basically it was like I told Matt, you can't really fail. Yeah, that's basically what I did. I didn't say like
it can't be good to retry, so it's fine. It's just like, oh, he wakes back up on the beach, just like, oh man, what a crazy dream. Oh, here I go talking to my mother again.
Yeah,
my fake mother.
Did you go up and hug her, or did you just not shoot her?
I shot her first because like they give you the gun and they point the gun at her, and then they're like, okay, you know what to do. I'm like, I guess.
I also assumed that you had to shoot her.
Yeah,
but I wasn't going to fucking roll the dice.
But so I did that once. I'm like, okay, and then she just walks all the way to the end, and then she turns around, looks at you, and then like the extinction happens. I'm like, what did I do wrong? So I looked it up after that. I'm like, what do I do? I don't want to shoot her. I can only shoot her so many times and not do anything.
Right.
Like, no, you're supposed to run up and hug her. Any kind of hint besides aiming the gun at her and pointing at her head. You know, maybe like, oh, maybe I shouldn't shoot her or something. But
yeah, if Sam was like, maybe I shouldn't shoot her.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't. But literally, like, the whole thing leading up to it is like, you got to kill this bitch. When it comes down to it, you end her. And I'm like, I guess I got to end her. I don't know, dude.
Well, I guess I got to.
But if Sam was just like, I don't know. Maybe this isn't the right thing to do. I'd be like, all right, Sam, we've been in here together. We climbed those mountains. We cried when Mama died. And every time we connected to the thing, for some reason, I don't know, dooms.
Teams or something. I don't know. Shit, man. Yeah, they could have done something. I mean, other than you just getting frustrated and like literally trying everything, there would have been no hint for you to like go hug her because everybody's like, all right, you can't talk her out of it. You got to kill her. And then she's even like, all right,
You can't talk me out of
watch
it.
the end of the world with me, or you're gonna shoot me. It's like, okay, whatever. And you shoot her, and then nothing happens. It's like, oh, how am I supposed to watch the end of the world? Am I supposed to walk out into the water with her? That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. You're supposed to walk out in the water.
Not
with her.
stupid,
Oh.
genius.
So did
man.
you also get that weird feeling like, okay, so the internet told me I'm supposed to hug her, but why is it when I'm talking to her now, the background, you're watching the world explode?
That happened. I looked it up on the internet after I went through the cutscene and shot her, and then lost when
Yeah.
the world explodes.
Oh,
so like that wasn't.
Well, what's
So that
crazy is
wasn't like a
when
bang
you
in the
hug
back of
her
your mind.
and you're talking to her after that, right? The world is like in slow motion, like over time. You see it like getting all crazy and wild, like it's currently dying. And the whole time I'm thinking, yo, she tricked you. All right, you're gonna hug her, and then she's gonna like talk to you like everything's fine, while in the background she's killing everyone. Like that's what I was thinking for a little bit. I'm like, yo, she totally just like pulled one over your ass. No, that's how it's supposed to happen. But I was worried
like
for a
it's
second.
like they give you talk to your friends, or like there's three choices: talk her into it, or no, there's always two choices: talk her into it or kill her. Her two choices is to hang out with her or kill her, and then suddenly there's a third option that nobody thought of, and she's like, you know
there's
what?
a
Never mind.
Venn
I'll just push it
diagram. Both decisions have killer in it. So you're like, all
Yeah.
right,
Well, here we go.
here we go.
Yeah.
But I
no,
think it's supposed
no.
to cue you in earlier when Die Hardman tries to shoot her and it doesn't do anything, then it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But I thought it was more like a symbolic shoot. I didn't actually think we were going to kill her.
Yeah, Die Hardman
Yeah.
shoots right through her. And you're like, oh, wait, what?
So I thought
And this-
we were
it's
going to
like a
like
shield
shoot her
thing.
and be like, we're not on your side, bitch. And she'd be like, oh no.
Oh man, here we go. I'm going to turn to the entity again. Oh geez, hope you got your rocket launchers.
Oh, no. I'm not connected to the rest of existence. Damn it.
Gosh darn it. But yeah, that was very confusing. But
Yeah.
I'm going to give the game like a 9 out of 10. The only
I
point
would
of being
also give it
docked is,
about
like,
a 9 out of 10.
Like I'm only docking a point for like the entirety of the story in chapter 13, where everybody's like, "It's a fucking video game, guys." Final boss, game over, bro. Oh, Mario and Princess Peach.
I'm docking a point for the bicycle, the motorcycle.
All right.
Some of the mountains. I think the first mountain area is fine, but then you live there for years and it sucks.
I would say I didn't play the game, but from an experience of just, like going through the game, I would be tempted to dock a point for setting up this expectation of you make slow progress through the country and you're setting up a network, and then all of a sudden being like, all right, now take this one package fucking far.
Oh yeah, when you have to drive all the way back.
Or okay, now get back and figure it out. And you're like, all right, sick. So they said something about following the shore. And
Yeah,
you're like
she
trying
goes
to figure it out.
She goes follow the shore with me, and I'm like, is that a hint? Feels like a hint. So I just followed the shore, dude, and sure enough, it worked. Got me all the way back to waterfall buttfuck area where the zip lines became the MVPs.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is sick.
And then you just took zip lines all the way
I
back.
just took zip lines all the way back.
And once you get
Back to the interstate.
Yeah. But you can follow the
It's
shore
just
all
north
the
from
way
there,
back.
dude.
It's just straight driving. I pretty much did the exact same thing, except for I just went back to the mountains. But as soon as I hooked up to my first zip line, I'm like, zip, 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 road.
Yeah.
I did, like, for some reason, I guess they think that you wouldn't be smart enough to build roads because then, like, dead man talks to you like 3 times in the course of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No,
Like, it's just like
yeah.
separate calls. And it's like, beep, beep. I'm like, hey, Sam, I discovered this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. Drive like another 100 kilometers. Beep, beep. Sam, I just found something crazy that I didn't discover like a minute ago. Okay. Well, I'm almost there, so just wait until I get there, dead man. We can talk about the rest of it. Okay. Beep, beep. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dead
I'm
man,
on a
what?
zip line, motherfucker.
I can't hear you. The wind is in my ear. Terrible time for a call.
Also,
Oh,
did you
God.
get like a slight pang when after you initially go back and then they're like 2 weeks have gone by or whatever, and they're like, all right, you got to travel places, but all your shit's gone because
No,
of the
that's
time fall.
Wait, isn't that on the way back?
It might be on the way back. Yeah, he had said yes. A lot of your stuff might no longer exist because the time fall has been falling nonstop or something like that.
Yeah, I think
and
that's
that
on
had
your
no roads.
official. You're on your way back, and then when you get to the mainland again, where you first start, I didn't have any roads there, anyways.
Well,
There's no roads there. I had roads.
I think they're just talking about like specifically like stuff you've like built bridges and shit, which I think mostly is just for that story area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for
I
the first
imagine
main
if you
area.
leave- I imagine like if you leave and you explore, your stuff will actually be there. but-
your stuff still be there. Okay, yeah, because like when I heard that, I was like, oh man, like I guess in this part of the game, because it doesn't matter. Like when the game ends, it goes back 2 weeks, and you're like, oh, you're in this
Yeah.
point of
Well, that's after a month.
yeah. But like and so that way all your stuff's still like fine or whatever, and it's back in like a status quo. And so I had the assumption that at a certain point when they mentioned this stuff, the timefall's taking stuff out. I thought the game just was like nothing exists now. All right, the timefall fucked everything, and I was like, man, that sucks.
Yo,
But-
were you scared of the? We got in this.
No, I got
were
you.
you scared of the freaking explodey boys at all?
The exploded boys.
I don't know. They look like
Oh.
a jellyfish in the sky.
Oh, the
balloons.
jellyfish thing. Yeah, they were weird. Like when you get into the city, but then like when you're like driving on the main, like the first area again, and like they're everywhere. I'm like, I got my bike. I'm just gonna drive straight through and hope
Dude,
for
I
the
just
best.
ran. The first time you see him, I just ran right through them
really?
all, and nothing happened. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm a god.
yeah.
Well, that's why I discovered the bike thing. Like if you just drive straight through, they can't really.
Mhm.
do
That
a
was the
whole
same
lot.
point in which Matt was starting to do that too, where they're like, you get in an area and you're like, just drive, and
Yeah.
they can't do it. They
It
can't
was
do
like,
anything.
I actually got more fucked by trying to sneak around them and not like be noticed. But then no,
Yeah.
if you just go straight through them, they're like, oh, you're too fast. Oh no, I'm gonna
No,
slowly declare
there's
that.
there's a goal. Dang it, gotta go back, Jim.
jeez.
Yeah,
Oh god.
yeah.
All in all, good game.
Yeah, it was a really good game. The only other thing I wanted to ask was, who your favorite side character was in the game? Like who just like you're like, yo, this person's awesome.
You'll never guess mine.
I know it's a female for sure. I know that for sure for you. For me, I mean, I guess the whole Clifford thing. Deadman was pretty cool. But like if I were going like with favorite, I'd have to go like the whole Clifford story.
Yeah,
Because it was pretty. I mean, besides like being important to Sam or whatever, like his whole thing's like tragic as shit. And it's like, he got fucked,
yeah,
and now that's why he's very upset. That's why he's trying to hunt everybody down. That
Yeah.
makes sense. And then
I got
Batman's
power
like,
rankings.
Oh man, I'm a Frankenstein. Oh no. Oh jeez.
What's
So
your
he-
power rankings?
Yeah, you got Mama. Then you got Fragile as a close second. You know, a little further down, you got Dead Men. Those are my top
Those-
three.
Those are the only people that you gave any shits about.
Well, and BB. Well, BB is like number one.
Yeah,
But-
I mean that's S
but-
tier. Yeah,
But out of the people who speak to you that are adults,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's those three.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, like honestly, I didn't at first really give a shit, but as the game went on, I think Deadman was my favorite character because he becomes such a bro, and he just wants to be your friend so bad, and he's just like, yo, like, come on, yeah, and he's so excited that he can hug you, and I'm like, yo, let's,
Yeah, we didn't even do that.
It's like,
for
oh, this doesn't bother you anymore? Wow. Oh my goodness.
and he's just
I
like
think
so
that's when they
supportive and
first-
shit. It's like I don't know,
Yeah.
he's a cool dude. I like
yeah,
him.
I liked his character.
He's pretty cool. Yeah, other characters like you talk to, Deadman would have to be my favorite. I just don't. I mean, I don't know about the rest. They're okay.
He's
Yeah.
just a cool dude.
Yeah, it's pretty. Gilmore, did you see in the email, like in one of the emails, he talks about The Shape of Water.
Oh, does
He's
he?
talking about like fucking Romeo and Juliet. No, he's talking about like a deaf or a woman who can't speak. And he's like, it's kind of like this one situation in this one movie, The Shape of Water, where the lead character cannot speak and the blah blah blah. I'm like, all right. I guess he had to throw in there somewhere.
Well,
At least it
Norman
wasn't
Reedus
in,
got
like, a
his
cutscene.
his show or whatever, his bike where he's like, this looks
Right,
like it could be
yeah.
on the ride with Norman Reedus.
Fuck yeah.
I never got the motorcycle, but I listened to a podcast and they're like, "Oh my god, this is the." Besides the whole Monster Energy drink stuff, this is like the #2 shilliest thing in the world. It's hilarious.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I mean, Matt even found a bunch of people who had, if you went into like the city and go into the garage, there were people who had the ride version bike in the garage too. So he's able to
I think
pick
it
that up
only shows up if you've unlocked
if
it.
you've unlocked
If you
it.
have it, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
makes
just so
sense.
funny. Just every once in a while, I'd be like, man, oh man, this bike is really cool. You should be on the show with Norman Reedus. And he's like, oh, it's just so good. Funny.
God damn it. Oh god.
All right. Go to
All
the
right.
end
God,
screen.
yeah, we got Sleepy Boys.
Yeah. All right. So, Biscuit, why don't you tell people where they can find you and what you're doing?
You can find me on the Twitter tweeting hot takes and stuff at the Fist Cake. Just tweet there occasionally. I'll be posting a video on YouTube tomorrow, just kind of giving you like an update what's going on and get you excited for things to come. And then the following week I should be releasing videos every Monday. All right, that's cool. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be prepared for that shit.
The
Twitch,
classic.
not available. Dead on Twitch. I'm dead in the water on Twitch. Twitch killed me. Not really. It's just my ISP killed me because I'm sharing internet with a city or something. I don't know. But that's it for me. Where can people find you two?
And that's why capitalism is good. If we had socialist internet, we'd all be in Fistcake's situation. Am I right, fellow Americans? We don't bleed blue, do we?
Bernie. Damn it. Goddamn.
But yeah, so you can find us at both on YouTube and on Twitch at Neanderthal Gaming TV. That's where on the weekends we play Melee and Smash Ultimate. On Fridays we've been playing Payday 2, but we're probably going to be switching to Halo Reach with Fistcake and Rookage Gaming. And then throughout the week,
yeah.
Matt, you stream Pokemon on like Tuesdays most of the time, and then it's like a toss up.
It's really just a toss up of what I want to play.
of like one of three things, right? It's
Yeah.
like Hades, Bumbo, or Pokemon.
Yeah.
On Tuesdays and Fridays, and like just during the day. And then anything that we play usually gets moved over to YouTube. You can also check us out on Twitter at NeanderthalGTV. That's you can see Fistcake and Matt, going back and forth all the time about stuff, and
And sometimes I have to educate Fistcake.
On
Keep
how
Trubbish
you
out
use
your mouth.
Now I'm going to double down on Trubbish.
oh god, right afterwards there's going to be a tweet of some Photoshop Trubbish shit. I can't wait.
With like the wrong at. With the periods between every word.
I might. I'm thinking about it now. Now that you're giving me more strength every day.
As far as Content Complete specific information, you can check us out on Twitter at Complete Podcast. That's where you'll find information about anything having to do with the podcast, or really just anything that we end up collaborating on that we think should be under the moniker of Content Complete.
Live streams, videos.
Yeah,
They'll
live
let you
streams,
know.
videos, anything like that. We're on YouTube, and it's not on this ending screen at the moment, but the YouTube channel it's just Content Complete, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Content Complete on YouTube. And we'll have a link in the video because otherwise you probably won't be able to find it. It doesn't have a special thing or whatever. You can also send us ideas and suggestions to contentcompletecast@gmail.com. And we go live at 3 p.m. Pacific time every other Sunday. And then the video goes up on Mondays, both on our Neanderthal Gaming TV channel and Content Complete as well. In the future, we're gearing up for a season 2 scenario, so we're going to be updating a bunch of stuff and figuring things out, and some maybe slight format change in the way that we present the videos. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, Content Complete, so you can get all that once we get all that squared away for the beginning of the year. But yeah, anything else we should go over?
No. Man.
Next episode, last episode of season 1, we're going to talk about the best games in the last decade.
Yeah, that should be fun. I can't wait to hear your guys' list, because I'm trying to. We're not going to talk about it beforehand, so it's going to be completely, new
For sure.
or between all of us.
one question though: is it 2009 to 2019, or are we doing 2010 to 2019?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would say go down to 2009 is fine.
Okay, all right, cool. All right,
Okay.
just
So
wanna make sure.
2009 to
I don't want.
Go ahead.
I don't want to get ousted in the comments or something like with the technicality of having it, having the wrong year of game or something. But yeah, so
Right.
stay tuned for that. It's gonna be fun. Good
Yeah.
way to end out the season, and we'll be back stronger than ever next year.
Yeah, we're
Season
about
2.
to Dynamax this bitch.
Oh baby. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out.
You could have just let it go.
Oh baby, thanks so much for hanging out and for.
And
and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.